Good morning and welcome to this week's edition of the Weekend Weird Files. And because you guys seem to enjoy it so much, we're talking about this week's odd, wacky, and weird news headlines.
Triple M Studios proudly presents the Weekend Weird Files. And here's your host, the weirdest one of all, Andrea Lee.
Now, before we get started, I just want to say that yesterday I learned of the sudden passing of Dan from the podcast that's called Real Life Ghost Stories. I don't know what happened, but we do want to just take a minute to hold the family and friends and their fans in our thoughts. All right, our first story comes to us from out of California. An unidentified man in Sonoma County had to be rescued after he climbed inside of some farm equipment and couldn't get out. The man was found by the Sonoma County Sheriff's Department after receiving a complaint about a suspicious car being parked on private property about 60 miles north of San Francisco. Now, when authorities arrived on the scene, they found a hat on the piece of farm equipment, and when they looked closer at the equipment, they also found the man had somehow became stuck in what they're saying was a vineyard fan. Now, I'm not familiar with what that is, but anyway, that's what he was stuck in. Now, the man had climbed into the equipment and had been stuck there for 2 days. So, and you know, they're not naming his name. I guess, I don't know if it's for whatever reason. But anyway, now, when they asked him why he was there, he responded that he likes to take photographs of the engines of antique farm equipment, not arm equipment, farm equipment. But anyway, the police said they didn't buy that because, well, for one thing, the farm equipment wasn't antique. And the other thing was that the man had more meth on him than photography equipment. Now, he wasn't immediately arrested because he needed medical attention after being stuck for 2 days, but they are considering charges of trespassing and drug possession. In other news, apparently there's a petition on change.org urging Amazon founder Jeff Bezos to buy the famous painting by Leonardo da Vinci, the Mona Lisa, and then eat it. As of this recording, the petition has gotten hundreds of signatures. But now, I do have to say this petition was started as a joke last year. And it says that, quote, nobody has eaten the Mona Lisa, and we feel that Jeff Bezos needs to take a stand and make this happen. End quote. Now, the Mona Lisa is owned by the French government and is on permanent display in the Louvre Museum in Paris. And I'm pretty sure they're not getting ready to sell it, but don't quote me on that. Bezos is one of the richest men in the world, and he just recently became the first man to top the $200 billion net worth mark. $200 billion. I can't even imagine. Now, an Alabama man is accused of stealing a car. This story makes me kind of laugh. He's accused of stealing a car from a fire station. It was one of their official vehicles, and he was identified as Jeffrey McCants. And while being escorted out of a police station, he looked at the TV cameras and announced that he plans to run for mayor of Mobile, Alabama. He even flirted with one of the reporters when she asked why he supposedly stole the car. His answer was that he wouldn't have done it if he had a woman like her. He went on to clarify that he did it because God told him to. Now, other than running for the mayor of Mobile, his other future plans include stealing a police car when he's released from custody. And yes, he announced that. All that took place in a minute's time. And finally, a man from Virginia threatened to execute everyone in a McDonald's because he wasn't able to purchase a Happy Meal. A tweet from the Stafford County Sheriff says that the man was arrested after a disturbance over a Happy Meal at McDonald's. And the disturbance was caused because Happy Meals can't be purchased during breakfast hours. When he was told it was too early, the man, who has been identified as 36-year-old James Springer, became agitated. And before leaving the restaurant, he said that he would come back and execute everyone. That's when the McDonald's employees decided to contact the police. And as police were working on identifying this man, another call came in saying that a man in a white Toyota Yaris had pointed a handgun at her and her passengers in the merge area of Garrisonville Road in I-95. While the police were searching for the suspect in that incident, yet another call came in reporting another gun being pointed at somebody. This time, the man had returned to McDonald's, but he was quickly taken into custody without incident. Springer's been charged with disorderly conduct, abusive language, and 4 counts of brandishing. Well, that's all I've got today for the Weekend Weird Files. Be sure to tune in on Monday morning for an all-new episode of Mystery, Murder, and Magic. Alex will be with me for that one. And I do want to give him a big shout out. He graduated from high school on Thursday night. I'm so proud of my boy. And I love him so much. But y'all have a good weekend. And, hey, it's, the weekend. So if you haven't been listening for long, get caught up on them episodes. They're good, I promise. All right. See y'all on Monday.